placeholders was the first thing to look for and get rid of. The second thing, doesn't have to be the second thing, but another key thing you should be looking for is empty data fields. You don't want gaps in the data. So condition is one that's commonly not filled out in the app because of the workflow that we're encouraging is to speed through some areas. And as long as the thing isn't broken or missing, failed, highly deficient, you can think about if something is in good or fair condition later, not something you have to sit there and contemplate in the field as you're moving about. So these 5 or 6 items here are missing conditions, so you know these require some editing. So key thing to look at, let's look at the suspended acoustic ceiling tile. Click in there. All this looks good. You can also gives you a place to change your mind, right? Not to say you had to be perfect when you were out in the field. Let's say this ceiling tile is fair. In no way is it an immediate need. It's a standard life cycle item. You're in service, only fill that in if you know. Effective age, let's say it was about 12 years old, 8 years left in it. Quantity, 9999. That's a no-no. More on that in a second. Let's say you had a 100,000 square foot building and about 90% of it had ceiling tile. Not all that uncommon. Or maybe 80%. So 10% hard ceiling in the restrooms and maybe another 10% unfinished in utility rooms. It's the kind of estimate you can do quickly. Don't fill in a totally round number like 80,000. That kind of raises eyebrows. But also don't fill in a number like 81,246 either, right? I mean, that's some false calculation, some false level of precision and accuracy. So very commonly, I like a number like, I don't know, 82,500, something like that. Kind of split the difference so that it's apparent you're rounding a bit while not being too exact. All that stuff you can turn off. This thing isn't deficient, so you don't need a comment. Get rid of the needs review. Save and close. So again, another key thing. Look for empty fields. Condition is a big one. Location, another big one. Don't allow any empty locations to slip through. That would be a big one. Again, that's a placeholder. For the purposes of time, I'm not showing you guys me editing every single item. You have better things to do. Another key thing, needs review. All these check boxes. Is there a reason all these are checked? Sometimes these are because they're still placeholder. But there's other reasons too, like this one has a needs review. Just be sure that is indeed you want the reviewer to look at it extra close. Let's check out this PVC roof. We didn't fill out condition here, so that would be something else we have to do. Again, let's assume, unless you have deficient items, a lot of times they're going to be fair or good, and they're going to be life cycle. There's nothing wrong with 80% of your data looking like that. Where you got to be careful, if the thing is deficient or broken, you need one of these conditions and one of these plan types. We talk about that kind of ad nauseum around here, but we can't talk about it enough. So let's say fair life cycle. Let's say we knew for a fact this roof was installed, say, during a 2008 renovation. 10 years old, 10 years left, no reason to change it. We already did this estimation back in Asset Calc Go. There's a 12,000 square foot footprint for a flat roof. No reason to deviate from that a whole lot. Check off the full inventory tag. Not sure why needs review got flagged here. Again, our app isn't perfect. There might have been some reason why this was initially flagged, but see no reason to do it now. Save and close. So that finishes off the second thing to look for big time, making sure you're not missing any data fields. And again, You can use this column button if you wanted to put more or less stuff down here. Okay, let's go on to the next point.